Well, hello. Welcome back to another video. 3 more game weeks to go, and we're done. Season is over. Yeah. 3 more game weeks to enjoy what is left to enjoy with FPL. And then you go into the next season. We're going to have a huge summer break because of the Euros. But yeah, it's been an interesting season. I wouldn't say I've enjoyed it a lot. My least favorite so far. Since I started playing. But let's see. Let's see who's winning the FPL. This is going to be exciting. Number 1 right now is a Norwegian guy from the country of my residence. So let's see. I'm rooting for him. I don't think a Norwegian has won the FPL before. So should be the first time. Although there was Magnus Carlsen almost won it that year. Was that 2 years or 3 years ago? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm currently on a small green arrow after playing my wild card, so I don't know. I wouldn't say it was a huge success, but it was okay. I mean, it would depend. The success will depend on how the bench boost goes on game week 37 and how we finish the season. But having said that, I was a bit lucky with some injuries, picking the wrong players or the right players. Yeah. For example, with goalkeepers, who a lot of the templates went with Ederson. Ederson got injured. Let's see. I read on Twitter that he might be back. Unlikely though. I don't know. Looked like a bad injury in his shoulder. So I was lucky there. And then Fabian Schär against Dan Burn. I mean, I don't even know how I came up to these decisions, but Fabian Schär injured in the first half, came off, and I ended up with Dan Burn in my team. So I have no injuries at the moment. Foden didn't start because of illness in my team, but I'm going to get Højlund with 2 points. Massive 2 points from Højlund. Anyway, I got Højlund for the double game week anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was. I got a small green arrow. I'm on around 200 something. We'll check that later. And yeah, looking ahead to game week 36 before the big bench boost game week 37 in 2 weeks time. That's going to be exciting. So this video is probably going to be shorter because there's not much to talk about. I'm just going to go through my team, and I'm going to look what team am I picking for game week 37. But also, I'm not going to make any transfers obviously this game week. I'm going to save the transfer for the next game week, and most likely I'm going to make 2 transfers. Not more, I hope. And I'm going to end up with 14 doubles on the bench boost and 1 single game week player. I mean, I could switch, but it doesn't matter. There's not many good double game week players in that team to... Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to go straight into it, not waste any time. Last video was way too long, and thank you for those who watched it. And hopefully this helped you. So let's just go to FPL, go to Fantasy. There we go. 60 points. I am already. Obviously, I have still Pedro Porro, Petrovic, Son, and Palmer captain to play. So that can change. But my hero this game week, as you can see here, is definitely Guardiola. I don't even know how I ended up with Guardiola. That was... Yeah, I'll tell you why I ended up with Guardiola. So I had Dubravka anyways on my team. And I had bought him in 4.1. And Newcastle United has a double on game week 37. So I was thinking, like, why get Ederson for the double instead of just keeping Dubravka anyways? If I'm going to get so I don't have Dan Burn in my team, as I said, because I had Dubravka and I have triple Newcastle. I have Gordon and Isak, who both returned, by the way. So because I had 3 Newcastle and I wanted to keep Dubravka obviously, so I only had room for 2 goalkeepers, and then I had to get a City defender instead of a Newcastle defender and having a City goalkeeper. So I went with Guardiola, which paid hugely. Huge. 15 points ended up. 15 points. I mean, definitely the hero of my week. Alexander Isak as well. I was so close to captaining Isak, by the way, because I just thought they're going to murder Sheffield United, which they did. But Isak came with 13 points. It's not bad. Much better than Palmer, but I'm hoping that Palmer can return, on the second game week, which is tomorrow against Tottenham at home. So I have 4 more players to go. 2 Tottenham, 2 Chelsea. I didn't go triple Tottenham and triple Chelsea. Exactly for the reasons that we can see here. So people who went with triple Chelsea and triple Tottenham are in shit because, they didn't do well. It's not that the other players did amazingly, but that's why I didn't want to go just for the sake that they have a double, because as I said in the previous video, we learned from the previous doubles that were shit. So Guardiola with 5, Maguire disappointing with 2, Petrovic in goal with 2, but they're going to play another game. Pedro Porro against Arsenal with 1, but they have another game. Son returned with a penalty at the end of the game, and he has another game. Palmer obviously blanked, but he has Tottenham at home tomorrow, so I'm hoping he does something. That would boost my rank even more. Bruno Fernandes didn't score or do anything, but he ended up on 2 bonus points for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't watch the game. Gordon came with 10 points, returned. Foden missed out, so I'm going to get Højlund off the bench. And Watkins was the biggest disappointment because everyone went with Nicholas Jackson. And he almost scored, he scored, but they they called it offside. If that guy could be more unlucky, I don't know. I have no idea. So he scored and it was ruled offside. So he ended up blanking. But I talked so badly about him that I thought he was going to punish me, but he didn't. But Watkins also didn't do anything, so I don't know. That was a disappointment. But I'm hoping Watkins can return. They're playing Brighton away next game week. So I think that's... And also Haaland, by the way, because I'm going to transfer Watkins on game week 37 for Haaland. I have the money in the bag. But Haaland came with 5 points, yeah. He came on the second half and scored a goal 9 minutes after he came on. So that could be potentially a transfer that I make this week, but I don't think... I think I fancy Watkins against Brighton, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So yeah, as you can see, the 2 Arsenal defenders on the bench didn't return, but that's fine. They were on the bench, and they were unlucky, really. They practically won the game in the first half, and then they slept in the second half. But let's see the team first. Let's see the rank where am I right now. 281,000. So it's not a huge jump from 300-something thousand I was. But as I said, I still have 4 players to go, so that there's a lot of people who didn't play the wild card or who don't have 4 players to go. There are people who have 6 players to go, so I shouldn't say too much before I get a red arrow. But let's go to pick team. So this is my bust team for the game week 36, and I think it's going to remain pretty much the same unless there's some injuries and stuff. But I got good bench, obviously, so I'm not worried at all. I'm not even thinking about this game week. This is the least exciting game week in a while because I'm only thinking about bench boost game week 37. But let's just go through very quick. Petrovic on goal against West Ham. I don't know. I mean, I have Dubravka against Burnley. But Burnley have been doing well lately. They've been scoring 1 goal or something. So I think that's better for a clean sheet. But Petrovic maybe more saves points. I don't know. That's a decision that might change. But other than that, double Arsenal defense against Bournemouth at home. I mean, no-brainer. They might concede, obviously, but I mean, what? Play Maguire, Pedro Porro, Liverpool away? No way. Guardiola, Wolves at home. Again, hope he scores again. I think he scored 3 goals in the last 3 matches. That's insane for a central defender. Son, Liverpool away. Not expecting much, but I brought Son for the double game week, so I don't care. Palmer, West Ham at home. Captain is on Palmer, but I don't know. The captain have to think long and hard for this game week because there's no outstanding candidates. Bruno Fernandes, Crystal Palace away. Hopefully he comes up with something. Crystal Palace have been very good lately, so yeah. Gordon, Burnley away again. Hope they can do something. Newcastle has been playing amazingly at home. Not so good away, but Burnley is not a great team, so having said that, they are fighting relegation. As I said, their form in the last 6 game weeks has improved. Foden, Wolves at home. Hopefully he comes back. I think it was just an illness, so he should be back. And Alexander Isak, Burnley away. And Watkins, Brighton away. So, I mean, I could potentially transfer Watkins out for Haaland 1 game week early, but I don't think I will do that. I'll just wait if something happens for the bench boost for the double game week 37 next week. And then Højlund, Maguire, and Pedro Porro on the bench. So, yeah, I think this bench is not going to change. These are going to be... The goalkeeper might change anyways. So, yeah, that's my team selection for game week 36. Get that out of the way. I don't know how your team is doing if you have a wild card, but if you played the wild card last game week, it shouldn't be like a tough decision. The captain, if you have Haaland, that's the other thing. I think most people are going to captain Haaland this game week. Wolves at home. I just have to, I just have no idea. I mean, you can't captain Son because Liverpool away. Palmer, West Ham at home, could be a good captain. And 2 game weeks ago, I spoke about how if we had captained Palmer this last 6 or 7 game weeks, we would have been had green after green. But yeah, that decision I haven't completely. I think Palmer it's on Palmer now, but let's see how he performs against Tottenham. I might change to Watkins or even bring. No, I won't bring Hotland. Let's just go straight to FPL.team and talk about potential transfers on Game Week 37. Here we are. So as you can see, I have all doublers, because yeah, I noticed in my last video I just said doubles instead of doublers, players who will double in double Game Week 37. There's so many words, so many doubles this season. I have Watkins, Ben White, and Saliba, single Game Week players. Obviously, I'm going to activate bench boost, so it's going to count the points from all the 15 players here, including the bench. So the plan is obviously Watkins for Holland, unless something else happens. And Holland has a double. So now I have one more free transfer and two more single Game Week players. So I'll most likely take Saliba. I mean, there's not much between them. But Ben White lately has had more goal threat and assist threat than Saliba. So I might transfer Saliba for Romero, for example. Here it is. This is the plan at the moment. So now we'll have 14 double Game Week players. With -4, I can transfer White as well and get 15. But there's no outstanding candidates as well. So I don't think that's worth it. Risking a -4 for just to get a double Game Week player who might end up on 0 points or 2 points. So yeah, I think this team looks very good. Captain Holland, most likely. Fulham away, Tottenham away. Those are not easy games, but I don't know. Maybe Son has Burnley. I mean, if Tottenham are City's voodoo team, especially at home, they've beaten, I think, City the last 3 years in a row at home, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. But I think they've done that. So that could be an interesting game, City at home, especially in the title race like this, so heated. So Burnley at home, I expect them to score. So Son could be a good captain as well. Bruno Fernandes, they have 2 home games, but they're both difficult, Arsenal and Newcastle, so I don't know. And then Palmer, 2 away games, Forest and Brighton. Brighton are on the beach at the moment, literally, not just, figuratively. And Nottingham Forest, they're fighting relegation, so that could be a difficult game, a tricky one. So I think Holland is the best captain for this game week. But either way, it doesn't matter because the bench boost, I'm going to have 15 players and 14 doublers. So yeah, that's the plan. Not much to say, really. I'm just going to try and enjoy the last 3 game weeks. And look ahead to the next season. Then we're going to have all summer to talk about the transfers. I'm not going to make videos as often, obviously. I'm not a real content creator. So it's not my job. I do it just for fun and hobby. But yeah, now is the time of the season when you see a lot of other YouTubers who do FPL content saying, my aim is to end up in top 10K or whatever they're close to, top 5K, top 1K. I don't have aims like that. I think it's, unnecessary. If you're gonna win FPL, if you're close with that, you can have aims. But if you're just now 200 something, 80,000, what I'm gonna say, my aim is to get inside 200,000. I mean, what am I gonna achieve at that except just make myself happy or believe that was an achievement. Whatever, doesn't matter. We don't play FPL to win it anyways. So it's not. It's like it's basically betting, just with players instead of matches. It's been an interesting season, so good luck for this game week, and I'll see you next week. That's going to be a longer video because we're going to talk about the bench boost, one of my favorite chips, by the way. So that's going to be exciting. Finally, we have a huge double with a bench boost chip to play. That's my last chip. I played all the other chips so far, 280,000K at the moment. And yeah, good luck and enjoy, and see you next week. Thank you for watching this. Bye. Subscribe. Come on. Just do it. I'm waiting. Just do it.